music, just hit us up. We got so much that we can discuss. Come to the booth and turn up with us. Meta News be the source you can trust. Welcome to another episode of All Star Studios. I'm your host, Universe Dragon, and with me today, I am honored to be talking to SicilyStyles over here. How we doing today?
Good, man. Thank y'all so much for having me.
Hey, thank you for coming through. We really appreciate you coming by. You do a lot within the music community here, and that's what we're here to do. Talk to you, see, just and again, before we get too deep into anything, let's start from the beginning. What brought you
Sure.
here into this app? How did you get here? How did you get into Horizon World?
Ah, man, there's so many things that actually brought me here, but the main thing I think it was I was looking honestly for community to build with people, other creatives. I felt like since it was kind of like unpriced attention that no one's really peeping at right now, people's mentalities is a little bit different when you're building up a community from a beginning stage versus it's already like, I guess when you think about it, more advanced, like in a sense of like business and how it goes. And there's a sense of business in here, but it's a sense of business, but in a community way where it's like I'm bartering with you, you're bartering with me. Oh, if you need help, I got you. Like it feels like more like a sense of like people care. You know what I'm saying? So I think I was really looking for that in my everyday life, and even as an artist, because I'm an artist outside of Horizon Worlds as well. I think that as you get to the point of your own personal career in music, you want to also give back to people. You want to be able to, help others, and you want to be able to, at the same time showcase your talents, but in a more like fun way where it's not,
Yeah.
it's serious, but at the same time, it's like you don't have that pressure anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not thinking about, when I'm in here, I'm not thinking about being seen more than I'm thinking about how can I contribute, how much fun can I have in here, like how much can I learn from others? Because I come in here and I learn so much from so many different artists. Um, and I think for me, I was looking for that all around community, and that is really what brought me here. And I think what's kept me here has been the community as well. It's just people building with me, people getting to know me getting to know people, hearing people's stories, their lives, things that they've been through, hearing other artists and their stories and how they started as artists, how they've developed their own personal stories, building slowly with people. Others people like, you know what I mean? You come in here, you build fast. Some people you build slowly with.
Yeah.
Some people you connect instantly with. Some
Mm-hmm.
people it takes time to get to know. It just show it's a beautiful community, and it's like a flower, and each flower has a beautiful petal on it. You know what I'm saying? And
I
each
agree.
petal is so unique, but it makes up that flower. And that's sort of kind of like what the community has in here is like, and what I was crazy enough looking for on the outside world, but found it in a virtual world.
Yeah. I feel the same. I mean, and definitely, I hear exactly what you're saying, and that is what this space is. So you definitely, pay attention to what she's saying here, because as someone who's here, if you've never been in this space, this is part of what this space does and what this space can contribute to just your everyday. So what really got you into the music side of things? Is that something that you've always been into? Did you come in here and do more of it? Did this just kind of inspire you more, or is this just kind of an avenue that you brought in?
To be honest, I've been doing music since I was a kid. Since I was about like 7 or 8 years old, writing like freestyling, writing my own raps. As I got older, I got more into freestyling, and that was more my thing. I had been the opportunity when I was with a freestyle team. We ended up going for a Guinness World Record for the longest team freestyle for 12 hours and 2 minutes. And I was lucky enough to be a part of that. And we actually achieved the record, and it's also a retired record, so nobody can actually go and beat our record, so it's forever going to be in the Guinness Book of World Records,
That is
which is
amazing.
pretty awesome. um and it's just for me, I've just always, I think, just been very big on building with people. And I
Hmm.
feel like the biggest thing outside of that, it created me to foster my creative gifts of rap. And through me building with people along the way, whether it was me in a religious sector, whether it was me, meeting people at school, or just even me meeting people, in my everyday life, I think it really brought about the fact of me becoming a creative all around, not just in music, but in graphic design and production and mixing and mastering. Just life experience, I guess, created me and God created me, but life turned me into a creative, if that makes
Yeah.
any sense.
No,
So
100%. So tell me, what got you into the music scene within Horizon? Like, is this something that you already had? Is this something that, that kind of flourished within here? Or, just tell me a little bit more about that. Like, what got you into the music?
Oh, so the if what brought me into the music in Horizon Worlds, one of my friends told me about how in VR, because we just bought Oculuses, that there was a studio she ran into, and she's like, "Yo, you can go in there, and it'll be so dope if you freestyled in there, like no one would expect it." You know what I'm saying? She's like, "You
Yeah.
should just go in there and do it or whatever." And I'm like, "No, I don't know." And then I kind of like postponed a little bit, and then she pushed me into getting into Horizon Worlds. But I've always done music prior to Horizon Worlds since I was a young kid. I been in contests. I've been freestyling since I was in, like, I would say like maybe like the second grade, like 8 or 9 years old, around that time. And for me, I just think that as I kept going and going and going, just in the freestyle thing, it opened up more doors because I didn't have money. So because I didn't
Yeah.
have money, I learned how to do graphics because I couldn't pay a graphic designer. I couldn't pay a producer, so I would make my own beats, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or I would like find ways to be creative to make all that happen. And then when she pushed me in here and pushed me to do this, and I saw that it was so many people that were similar to me in that capacity, it was encouraging and it felt more natural just to be in here and be around people who had the same mentality and the same gifts, and also, even different gifts I don't have. There's people here who don't do music, who have completely different gifts, and I've been able to connect with them and learn from them as well. So it's what kept me here is the community, like I keep saying, but it's true. So
Yeah. See, and that's amazing. I mean, that is an amazing story. Like just how music came to be with you in here, and then having someone push you. So, because again, surrounding yourself with people who will inspire you and motivate you has always been one of my big sayings. So being around somebody who
yeah.
pushed you right into where you needed to be, that's amazing. And so that kind of, and you kind of answered it, but that's always my like, what keeps you here? What keeps you motivated to continue to come back to this space, to continue to mess with music, time after time? There's so many people who get burnt out when it comes to music. What continues to motivate you when it comes to the art form?
I think when it comes to motivated for just the art form in that sense, for me personally, I feel like I just love hip hop. I love hip hop. I love music. I love creativity. I love learning from others. I love hearing other stories. I love, even understanding others. I love my own perspectives being challenged. You know what I'm saying? And really fostering a a more well-rounded mentality, because to me it's not just so much, coming here just for music. I
Yeah.
think just such a disconnected world that we live in, finding different ways to connect, in a society that's so disconnected, this is an opportunity to still connect with people and actually view it, even though it might not be quote unquote real physically. You're tangibly talking to me, I'm
Yes.
tangibly talking to you, and
Hmm.
now we can see each other's mannerisms when we speak, the way we move our arms, you know what I'm saying? We have a chance to connect. So that's what keeps me here, is really connecting with people and the learning and my own evolution as an artist and understanding other people. Um, and then a lot of amazing creators in here who have given opportunities not to just myself but to many other artists, like Writer's Pen and Nemo Dollars, created studios and platforms and freestyle nights to promote and showcase artists. And many artists come out, creators have helped create worlds and contributed and build and given assets to artists, including myself. Like, I've just been, it's more so the fact that it really is, and I know it's like crazy. It sounds like a reciprocal thing. I keep going back to the same point. It really is about community. If you're a community driven artist, if you're a
Yeah.
community driven person, if you truly care about community, this is going to be the space for you. If you're not,
100%.
you'll get some things out of it. You know what I'm saying? There's business opportunities in here, and you can get some business opportunities in here. But from me personally, the most enrichment I've gotten out of here has been those particular things.
Hmm. No, I 100% agree. And then thank you so much for sharing that. If you were, if you had that opportunity to talk to somebody right now who just got here, this is first day in, they're like, okay, I just got here. What advice would you give them if they're wanting to take a similar path that you've taken?
I would say there's gonna be people that are trolls. I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell them I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell them I'm always gonna tell you the bad first because I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and flower it up. It might seem like because I'm driving community, but I'm gonna tell you the truth too. There are trolls in here. There's
Oh
trolls
yeah.
everywhere in life. There's haters everywhere in life. They're meant to be there because they're meant to grow you as a person. It sounds crazy, sounds awkward, but you learn how to deal with people that are ignorant in certain areas. You learn how to grow and evolve. You learn how to present yourself in a better way. You learn how to combat it so that it actually can be heard. You know what I'm saying? Like you grow, you just evolve. So don't allow that to deter you from anything. If you're an artist starting out in here, everybody started somewhere. Not Eminem didn't come up with the best rhyme and start from the best rhyme. He started and probably wasn't that great, but he kept going, and that's what made him understand. He learned rhyme schemes and he started studying. For me, it was the same pattern. I was studying rhyme schemes, understanding the methods on English and how do I flip a word and how do I make it a conundrum? How do I make it a double entendre where it means two different things?
Exactly.
Like you just start thinking differently. If you have a passion, no matter what anyone tells you, no matter what you look like, no matter what anyone tells you that you can accomplish, you can do that. You can have that. If you need community, you can find that. It's just the energy you put off. If you want community and you're community driven, other people who are community driven in here will attach themselves to you. They'll build with you because they see
100%.
that you're like minded. If you're an artist and you're trying to build in here and you're trying to grow as an artist, you're trying to grow in business, you're trying to grow with connecting with people because maybe you're socially awkward and you kind of need that boost, that kind of like that encouragement, like, yo, you got this. Like, this is the spot for you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, haters are going to come, but if you find the right people and the people that are community driven, you're going to find those aspects here.
100%. I couldn't have said it better myself. And as somebody who's part of the music community, I guess like I 100% please like take this advice because I couldn't have told you better myself. Like you want to keep that focus, keep that drive, keep that mentality that that and don't let anybody, because those trolls will help thicken that skin, keep you moving. So again, really appreciate you, and everything that, all the knowledge that you've dropped today and all the information. So two more things. Where do you have any future plans in this space? Like, you have anything coming up, anything that you're about to be doing or anything like that you would like to share?
I'm gonna be on Mic Drop 2, so check it out. Or actually Mic Drop 3, it's now the third one. So Mic Drop 3 is gonna be the ladies segment. Check it out. It's coming up soon. Thank you. Shout out to KJ. Also shout out to Writer's Pen, shout out his studio and Nemo Dollar's studio as well. And for me, what I'm currently working on, I'm working on something behind the scenes. I don't want to release too much details
I
yet,
got
but
you.
the more everyone builds and wants to hear more, y'all can find me in here, totally accessible. I might be busy because I'm currently in school, but if you hit me up through Instagram or on here, I usually talk to people. I don't really care, you know what I mean?
Hey,
So
most definitely. And that was my next, that was gonna be my last question. Where can they find you? Like, what's your Instagram? How can people get a hold of you?
yeah, you guys can follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. I don't know. I guess all the other TikTok. What's the other social media that came out? Threads. All that
Threads, yeah.
at SicilyStyles. I also have an extra Instagram for VR. If you're not comfortable with following people on your real Instagram and you have a VR one, at SicilyStyles VR, and that's my VR Instagram. So
All right. Hey, Again, guys, thank you so much for joining. Thank you again for coming by, sharing the
Thank y'all
knowledge.
so
You
much for
do.
having me.
I,
Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all
no,
so much.
it's us who is thankful. Thank you. You know what I mean? Like, because you do a lot in this community, and when it comes to the music and motivating people and continuing to display your talent and drive that motivation and other people's inspiration to do more within here, because that's what grows this side of the community. So continue to do what you're doing. You're doing an amazing job. You know, everyone sees you. We see you here. So
And you
continue doing
guys
your thing.
continue to doing this because this is an amazing way for you to showcase artists in here, give them a chance and creators a platform, you know what I'm saying, to have that opportunity to speak what's on their heart and their mind. And that also builds community. So thank you guys also for contributing in what you guys do here. Miss Rocks, Ice Spice, like thank y'all. Y'all are awesome. Like for real.
100%. We appreciate you as well. Thank you so much. You know, and again, guys, thank you again for joining us every single week at All Star Studios. We'll of course be coming back to you next week with more. Comment down below if there's anything that you want to ask, anything you want to see. Let us know. We're always listening. We're always watching. Tune in next week. Till next time.